welcome back to my channel. Today this video is not about me. It is about Kendra right over here. Or Kendrika. Kendrika. We'll go Kendrika. Kendrika.
I don't know anymore.
Alright. So today is a tutorial about doing Kendra's eyes. Mainly, I did her whole face, but I focused more on her eyes because she has hooded eyes, and I really wanted to do a tutorial where I taught you guys some tips and tricks on hooded eyes. So, Kendra,
I know I learned a lot.
Did you?
Yes,
I'm
I did.
Glad. I'm glad. Kendra's also my hairdresser. My hair's not having a good hair day today, but
it looks lovely all the time.
She saves me.
You save me with my makeup.
Yeah, we help each other out. It is pretty late. It's 10:30 at night. We did this video at nighttime just because it's the only time that we can really get together because of our work schedules and my children. You know, being a mom and all. But yeah, so if you would like to see, Kendra, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Yes. If you would like to see how to get this amazingly, I always say amazingly, and I know it's not a word, guys. If you would like to see how to get this gorgeous look for hooded eyes, it's very dramatic and ultra glam because Kendra doesn't really wear a lot of makeup, so I forced it upon her because I like to torture people.
But I like it.
It looks good.
I love it.
And thank you guys so very much for watching. And if you are not already, please subscribe before you leave. And please give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. And I will see you.
I'm so awkward.
And I will.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. And I will see you next time. Okay. That was terrible. And
Shannon will see you next time.
Bye. So to start off, we're going to prime Kendra's eyes. We're going to be using the Anastasia Waterproof Cream Color in Honey. To set her eyes, I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Translucent Setting Powder. On Kendra today, we're going to go in with the Morphe 35B palette. She said she wanted a dramatic look, so, well, she has no choice in this matter.
I'm happy with it.
So for her transition shade, I'm going to go in with the Sephora number 27 brush, and I'm going to use this top shade right here. When you have hooded eyes, it's important for you to keep your eyes open, so that way you can kind of see where you're going to be mapping it out, because a lot of the times when you close your eyes, and do your makeup, you'll open it and you won't see the eyeshadow. So this is just going to act as like a nice guide for us for when I go in with the other colors. And because Kendra doesn't have a ton of space from her lash to brow, you want to be cautious not to go too high because that can easily happen. Alright, so next you're going to go in with the tapered crease brush, and we're going to go in with this lighter purple shade right here. So I already have a guide. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I already have a guide of where Kendra's crease is. So I'm going to go ahead and use that as my guide, and be careful not to go too high. So next, I'm going to go in with the vibrant purple right here, and I'm going to go with my Morphe R40 brush. This has a very nice point to it, so it's going to help us control where it's going, because remember, she doesn't have a lot of crease, so we don't want to overdo it and have it be large and in charge. Now I'm going back in with my Sephora number 27 brush, and we are going to blend these harsh lines away. So to add a little bit of smokiness, I'm gonna go with like a really dense, smaller brush, and I'm gonna go in with this darker purpley color right here. So I'm just gonna kind of put this really in this outer V and very gently through the crease, because I don't want this to overtake it. I just want a little extra definition in her look. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with my R40. There's no additional color on this. I'm just gonna go back and blend out that darker color that we just did, so that way it's not too over the top. And I'm just going in like little baby circles. Don't worry about getting shadow on the lid. We are going to clean that up because we're gonna do kind of like almost like a partial cut crease. You've seen me use this technique a lot in my videos. It's one of my favorite ways to make the eyes look really big. And typically when you have hooded eyes, you feel like your eyes are really small, so it's a good little trick to make the eyes look really big and open. And just to further blend it out, I'm going to go back in with my Sephora 27 brush and just kind of go along the edges a little bit. Now I'm going to go back in with my Anastasia cream color and honey and my very old discontinued Sephora concealer brush. Any flat concealer brush will do for this. I just like how it's a little pointed and rounded. I feel like it helps me get a nice sharp edge, but any brush that kind of looks like this will work. So I'm just going to go in right here and I'm just going to start to kind of sketch out where I want it to go. I'm trying not to get in the way. This is part of the makeup that you want to be very precise with. So next I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever Starlit Liquid 02 and I'm going with a flat synthetic brush. I know I just recently used this in one of my videos, but Kendra really liked the look of it, so I am going to use it again. And basically what we're doing is we're just following where we had just put down the Anastasia cream color. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with that dense brush, but this time I'm going to go in with the Vibrant Purple because I'm just going to start to blend out any harsh lines. Even though this is a very dramatic look, you don't want a harsh stop from the shimmer to the mattes. You kind of really just want it to blend. I'm just going to go in the inner corner and then I'm going to softly go in and kind of smooth out everything up here and rebuild that intensity. And then I'm going to take that brush that we applied the liquid glitter, and I'm not adding any more product. I'm just using whatever's left. I'm going to softly glide it over. So it has more of like, it has a little bit more of a grainy effect if you go back and forth and do this. Okay, so I'm going to start on her complexion now. We're going to revisit the eyes after I'm done. The tutorial really isn't 100% about the eyes, but I'm just going to show you guys what I'm using, but a lot of this is just going to be sped up. I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer in my Hourglass brush that goes with the Vanish Stick. So for foundation, Kendra likes the Lancome Tête Idole, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Ultra 24 makeup. She mixes two shades to get her perfect shade. She goes in with 210 and 220. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques. I can never say Real Techniques. I'm going to use my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge to apply this for her. So for some further coverage on her blemishes, we're going to go in with Kat Von D, her Lock-It Concealer, Bostonian. We're gonna use the shade L5 Neutral. So for under her eyes, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Porcelain and Light Ivory. Porcelain's going to be way too light and Light Ivory's going to be too dark, but mixed together they make like an amazing color corrected and kind of concealer. Now we're going to go in my Real Technique sponge and Kat Von D translucent powder, and I'm going to start baking under her eyes. So to set the rest of her face, I'm going to go with my Cover FX Pressed Mineral Powder and a really big fluffy brush. It was a brush in a set, so I don't have a number for it, but it was from Sephora. And I'm using the shade P30 just because that's the only color I have. So, you know, hopefully it will work on her.
It should.
So for her brows, I'm going to use these two products to fill in. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown, and I'm going to go in with the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in number 6. Because Kendra's brows are so close to her eyes, we're not going to do a ton of filling down here. We're going to do most of it on the top, so that way it doesn't take away from her lid space. Now to clean up Kendra's brows, I'm going to go with her Kat Von D concealer. And I'm going to go in with my brush from the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. If you watched my brow tutorial, you know this is what I always use to clean up my brows. It does everything you need and more. And now to highlight, I'm going to go in with this like fleshy color right here and like a fluffy crease brush. And this is for the brows, and it's also going to help smooth out a little bit of that purple because we just cleaned it up with concealer. And then a little bit more blend in with the Sephora brush that we used throughout the whole entire eye look. I don't have any additional color on here, but there is probably some left over, so it's just going to make sure that it's nice and gradient, because that is always the goal. And it's not. Now we're just going to brush away the bakage. Alright, so now we're going to start on her under eyes, and I'm going to first go in with that first purple shade, and I'm going to use a dome brush, because I'm going to smoke this pretty low to make her eyes look nice and big. So now I'm going in with a smudge brush, and I'm going to go in, I'm going to mix together the vibrant purple and the darker one, because I want to.
That's just how you roll.
And we're going to go in Kendra's mascara. She uses Benefit They're Real. I'm not going to go crazy with this because I am going to put some false lashes on Kendra. So we are going to use the Ardell Demi Lashes number 120. Because Kendra doesn't have a ton of space from her lash line to her brow, I don't want to go too heavy with the lashes because they might end up here on her forehead. And that's not the goal. It's not. No. Alright, so now we're going to go on to the face, which, like I said before, is not really the focus, so I am just going to kind of put it on and speed up a lot of this. I'm going to go in Too Faced, the Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, that's it right here, and I'm going with the Sephora Pro Airbrush number 55. So now I'm going in my Sephora Contour Kit, and I'm going to go with the middle shade and then this lighter shade, and I go back and forth because Kendra's pale like me, so
yeah.
Now to highlight under her eyes, I'm going to go in with a Morphe R10 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of the yellow and the lighter pale shade. So now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Love Light highlighter. Blinded by the Light is the shade, and I absolutely love this. I know this hasn't been getting all that great of reviews, but I don't know. I love it. And I'm going in with like a dense highlighting brush to apply this. So now we're going in with Tarte Dollface and the Amazonian Clay Longwear Blush. It's a very long name. And we're just going to put a little bit on the cheeks. So for her lip, I'm going to go with ColourPop's Ultra Satin Lip, and I'm going to go in with Little Stitchuous. I don't know, guys.
Stitchuous.
That's the name. And to make sure it stays all night, because you know we have big plants hanging out in my house. Oh, yeah. We're gonna go with our Urban Decay All Nighter spray. Bonnets, bonnets. This is beautiful, just like you.
Let me do like an attractive fan.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yes, beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. We didn't stop. Are we videoing now? Yes, we are.
You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? Wow.
What is this again? 35B.
When you watch this video later, you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Those eyes.
Look at those eyes. Smack